Ajax has always been and always will be one of Europe's great manufacturers of footballing talents. From immortals like Frank de Boer and Johan Cruyff to current talented players like Matthias de Ligt and Frankie de Jong, Ajax's scouting network is simply second to none. This year is no different, as Ajax are preparing to let go of one of their brightest prospects and arguably their best player last season. You might have heard about this player, especially after his performances during the 2022 World Cup. A player that is so versatile he can play as a number 6 or as a striker. We're talking about the 23-year-old Ghanaian wonder boy Mohammed Kudus, who just moved from Ajax to West Ham United in the English Premier League. So if you want to learn about the player's origins, his career so far, and why he'll be an insane addition to the Hammers, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily football content, and make sure you watch this video to the end. Mo, as we'll call him in our video, was born on August 2nd, 2000 in Accra, Ghana. He was raised in the Nima neighborhood, an area that is notoriously known for its gang violence. This neighborhood is also known by the famous Nima market, where Mo's mother, Mariama Suwamena, sold foodstuffs like beans, rice and grounded pepper to provide for the entire family. Mariama was a hard-working woman who managed an open space store in the Nima market to ensure a good life for her children. Mo and his 2 other siblings, thanks to her, never went to bed with an empty stomach. When he was still a child, Kudus was given the freedom by his mother to go out and play with his friends. And of course, what other game would be better playing besides football? The young boy looked like he had a natural gift when he had the ball at his feet. People who watched him play with his friends often went to his mother to tell her that a boy was a wizard. This made her encourage her son to spend more time playing football. However, she also ensured that her son would attend school. So when he reached the required age, she enrolled at the public school in his hometown of Nima. Mo never let go of his passion for football, and every time he got the opportunity to kick a ball during or after school, he impressed everyone who watched him. The boy was simply gifted, therefore such talent needed a place to develop. So young Kudus joined the dynamic Hero Football Academy in Nima. To this point, Mo was just a talented child dreaming of making it to Europe to follow the steps of Michael Essien and Jordan Ayew. But how can he achieve this dream? It isn't a simple task after all. Well, here enters Tom Vernon, the former Manchester United scout in Africa and the Right to Dream Academy founder in 1999. Tom's aim was to spot African talents and provide them with a way to escape reality by making it to European football, and in 2012 it was Kudus' turn to be discovered by the philanthropist. At age 12, Kudus enrolled at the academy and dedicated his life to football, leaving his family behind to pursue his dream. After 6 years of development, Mo's dream of making it to Europe finally became a reality. He had his 2 friends, Ibrahim, Sadiq and Mensah, got called by the Danish Superliga side FC Nordsjælland. It is important to note that Tom Vernon became the chairman of FC Nordsjælland in 2017, 1 year before Kudus was invited by the club. Tom was aware of Kudus' incredible ability and was crucial in bringing him to Europe during the 2018 January transfer window. Mo didn't take long to adapt to his new club, and in no time he became one of the best players on the team. During his 2 seasons in Denmark, he featured 57 times, scoring 14 goals and registering 3 assists. Not too bad for a player under the age of 20 years old. But what is more impressive was the player's versatility at that young age. He played as a defender, as central midfielder, and as a number 10, on the wing, and even as a centre forward. The young boy was just capable of playing anywhere on the pitch. With his mature performances and obvious talent, young Kudus attracted scouts from big European clubs, including Ajax Amsterdam, who successfully signed the player on July 16, 2020 for just €9 million. You'd expect that a young kid coming from a lesser league would be eased into the squad by joining their reserves team. Well, not in Kudus' case. He was just ready to hit the ground running. He made his official debut for the club on September 20th in a league match against RKC Waalwijk. Everyone who watched the game was impressed with Mo's pace, physicality and ability on the ball. Even Erik ten Hag, Ajax's manager at the time, praised the player after the game, saying he had incredible potential. However, with players like Gravenberch, Tadic, Neres and Antony ahead of him in the pecking order, Kudus found it difficult to make himself a regular starter under Erik ten Hag. In addition to this, Mo suffered multiple injuries that kept him away from the squad. Therefore, he was mainly used from the bench in his first 2 seasons with Ajax. He played 1,332 minutes in all competitions, scoring just 5 goals and providing 4 assists. However, things were about to change for the Ghanaian in the following campaign. Ajax witnessed a significant overhaul to their squad, with Erik ten Hag taking Antony with him to Manchester United and Gravenberch joining Bayern Munich. With Mo being fully fit for the first time in 2 seasons, he had the platform to have more playing time. He played a total of 2,689 minutes in a single season. Now compare this number to his minutes over the first 2 campaigns, that's a significant increase. Kudus didn't only become a regular starter, but he also became the brightest player in a struggling Ajax team post the Ten Hag era. He scored 18 goals and provided 7 assists in 42 appearances across all competitions, all while maintaining his best trait, versatility. Out of the 42 games he played, he featured 17 times as a winger, 16 times as a centre forward, and 9 times in the number 10 position. Kudus also managed to showcase his ability in the 2022 Qatar World Cup, where he was arguably Ghana's best player in the competition. He features as an attacking midfielder in the first game against Portugal, then he played on the wing against South Korea, where he managed to score a brace, and he was then deployed as a centre forward in Ghana's final game against Uruguay. The brilliant individual season, the 23-year-old had invited big clubs like Manchester United, Arsenal and Chelsea to sniff around the player. Brighton, who are enjoying the money they got from McAllister and Casado deals, reached a €40 million agreement with Ajax. However, the player's personal terms stopped the Seagulls from completing the deal. This is when West Ham, who also made a fortune from selling Declan Rice, decided to move for Mohammed Kudus. A bid of €45 million was accepted by Ajax, and shortly after, Kudus agreed to sign the contract. And just like that, Mohammed Kudus finally turned his dream into reality by joining Europe's top league. So what makes Kudus so unique? Why is he considered one of Africa's best talents? Well, we can't put enough emphasis on how much versatile the player is. He is so rounded that when he was a child, he started a game at left back and scored 6 goals after being thrown upfield mid-game. He started his Ajax career as a ball-carrying midfielder and finished as a lethal false 9. So if Liverpool needs to address their midfield issues, Kudus is the answer. If Manchester United wants a reliable forward, Kudus is the man. Seriously, we're talking about a rare breed of player. But versatility isn't the only trait the player possesses. His dribbling techniques is just a joy to watch. Feints, chops, skills, Mo can do it all. During the last Eredivisie campaign, he averaged 6.53 dribbles per 90 minutes with a 68.99% success rate. It is tough to get the ball off of him thanks to his quick movement, technical ability and low center of gravity, which allows him to maneuver swiftly in tight areas. His dribbling skills make him a great ball progressor, which was the primary role of Declan Rice with West Ham, and that is obviously the reason why the Hammers insisted on bringing Kudus. The player is 5'9", and although he is not that tall, he can perform the number 9 role perfectly thanks to his ability to play with his back to goal. His technical skills allow him to link up with his teammates before he intelligently makes runs into space. The player is also not afraid to use his foot to shoot at goal. Last season, he averaged 2.79 shots per 90 minutes and accumulated a 50.91% shot accuracy. In conclusion, Mohammed Kudus signing will give David Moyes more options to alter his tactics. He can use Mo in midfield alongside Paqueta and the new hammer Edison Alvarez. He can deploy him in front of the midfield pivots and behind the striker, or he can even use him as a number 9. Kudus will undoubtedly become one of West Ham's key players given he is provided with the right circumstances. After all, he is still only 23 years old and hasn't reached his full potential yet. So if you have a fantasy Premier League team, make sure you consider the Ghanaian in your plans. But what do you guys think? Will Kudus meet the expectation and become one of the Premier League stars, or will the new experience in a more challenging league make it tough for him to shine? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. That does bring us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily football content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.